score, and I thought it was a combination of taking some really hard shots and not making plays for our teammates. I thought we came out with some good energy and tried to compete, and then I think as shots started not to go in the basket, our energy level kind of dropped. And we talked in the locker room a bunch about, taking ownership, about continuing to work your formula, and Penn obviously did a better job of working their formula and staying with their plan than we did. There were times out there that we looked disorganized, and we've got to clean that up. I got to clean that up. And I think if we go back and watch, some of those early shots we had were pretty good looks, and we got to be able to finish them. But we have a long way to go to becoming a good team, and this has got to be something where we learn from it and improve for Sunday.
And when you talk about cleaning things up, what do you think the most important thing is being more cohesive on offense?
I think a lot of it is just the mental aptitude, the mental focus of what's going on. There's times where we just settle for things because it's hard to find that next level of offense, whether it's making the next pass, getting into your next cut, reversing the ball one extra time in order to be able to find an even better look. So it's like, all right, we got to battle on the defensive side of the floor to get them to not score, and then we come down on offense. You got to battle on that side of the floor too to find yourself a good shot. And I think there's times where we just settle and say, oh, this is a semi-good gap to drive in, or this is a semi-good shot, or this is a, I'm kind of open, and let me just take it because, who knows what's going to happen if we keep having to run offense. And so I think it's being able to have that mental focus to adjust to whatever they're doing on the defensive side of the floor to find the right shot, to make the right pass, to make a team play. There were some times where we took some, really hard shots. And some of it's, from lack of execution, some of it's from settling, like I said, and I think it all stems from, how engaged you are in the game mentally on both sides of the floor.
Isaiah talked a little bit about the communication and just said he thought that was an issue. Is that something that maybe you saw that guys weren't talking as much as you'd like?
Yeah, it's something we battle every day, and we talk about it every day. We talk about the ability to talk every day about stuff that makes sense, right? What's going on defensively? What are we in offensively? And we sit there and we drill stuff, and we have to stop it often and say, why don't we just communicate through this? It'll eliminate a lot of confusion. Sometimes guys don't always know what to say, so then we try and provide them with, hey, this is what you can say in this situation, this is what you can say in this situation. But yeah, we have to communicate on both sides of the floor, and again, everyone's got to kind of step up and evaluate, how they can help our team improve, because everybody certainly has room for improvement, and we've all got to, take ownership over that.
And defensively, what made Brodeur, I think, is that how you say his last name?
Yeah.
What made him such a tough matchup for you guys?
He's a very good player. He's an excellent player, and obviously, one of the things that we wanted to do was defend the three-point line, which we did a reasonably good job of. They're a team, Donahue and Wood and McDonald, those guys are, really good three-point shooters, and we didn't want to give them, quality looks. And so Brodeur was, going to be, in order to beat us, he was going to have to be the guy who had a big game, and he certainly did that. He's got great skill, he's got great quickness, he's got a great touch in and around the basket, he's got good strength. And a lot of those, buckets that he got, he had some really good moves, but then we also had times where we broke down, where we weren't in the right spot. Matty got the one charge on him late in the game. We should have been there 3 other times, and there were times that we just sold out and let him get a layup instead of being in the proper spot. When he got the three-point play, Jordan Lester was out of position. He got a dunk in the first half where Kayvon went for steal, and now he was able to, get layup, and those things can't happen.
Matty and Billy didn't start. Is that any sort of decision, or just other guys earned those 5 spots?
Yeah, other guys earned those spots. And they didn't do anything that really resonated to say, man, we got to get those guys in the starting lineup, huh? So, again, we those guys started last year. We didn't have a good year last year. We talked to everybody when they came in and said, everything is free game. You got to go and you got to produce and earn your spot every day in practice. And those 5 guys were the 5 guys that kind of earned those opportunities. And you'd like to see a group that if you don't like your opportunity, you go out and make a point that I should be in this rotation, or I should be in this starting lineup, or I'm going to be someone to reckon with. And Matty's been had an ankle injury, so he's been out the last week or so. But we need more out of Billy. He gets in there for his 15, 16 minutes. I think he should be flying around. He looked tired in those 16 minutes. And you're playing 2-3 minutes at a stretch. You're a senior. You should be everywhere. I think he can definitely do a better job.